Okay.
Hello and welcome back to the Geekday Podcast. We're taking your weekday into a geek day. I am one of your hosts, Rob, and with me today I have Captain America, aka Alex Moon.
That's me.
That's you. Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm glad that we finally able to fix this.
It feels a little nerve-wracking.
Why so?
To do it live.
Yes,
you know
it
what
does.
I mean?
Yeah, we did it live like 6 years ago when we were wee lads.
And we also used to do this podcast live.
Yes.
Yeah.
What are you inferring?
That was just intercourse. No.
Oh.
No. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just because it's been a while, and I don't know why, especially me. I don't know why it would be nerve-wracking for me. I do this nightly.
Yeah, so you do it literally every night, and you do it on Twitch and YouTube, Twitch and TikTok. So, but I want to go ahead and kind of just jump immediately into what we've done this week, because we were talking a little bit before this while I was like frantically rushing through DCKO. But what have you been doing this week, man?
What have I been doing this week? Well, Robert, I have been. And also, let me say this, because this is our first time we're doing this show where we're implementing chat in any format. And just to let y'all know, if y'all are saying things in chat, when we get to stopping points, we will answer more stuff. We're trying to answer it as it's relevant to whatever conversation we're having. But I just want to let you know. I'm always trying to be really cognizant and respectful of the chat. No, never want anyone to feel like we're ignoring anyone. But with that being said, Robert asked me what I was doing this week. Rob, this week oh, thank you.
No problem.
Thank you, Spencer. Kiss, kiss. So as far as the nerdy stuff I've been doing this week, actually this week, surprise to no one, I rewatched Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Okay.
I have not started Invincible. I am not caught up on Fallout. I have not seen XYZ, whatever, but I watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier again.
Love that.
And it was so good. Again, I've been reading more Captain America. And actually this week, the big nerdy thing that, because comic-wise, we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But the big nerdy thing that I worked on this week that I was super excited about and I'm really happy about is my YouTube video for this week that's going to come out.
Oh, which one?
I did a whole YouTube video talking about how my whole premise is that Sam Wilson is the best Captain America that's ever held the shield.
Interesting.
And then I break it down for like 14 minutes. And then after I'm done dancing, I also talk about Sam Wilson. But I'm super hyped about that. It's probably the thing I'm the most hyped about this week. But Robert, what about you? What nerdy stuff you getting into this week?
It's been kind of a light week for me. It's been crazy because I had to do a ton of work stuff. However, I did do I want to talk about kind of two things. First off, I've been playing a new game. It's called The Seance at Blake Manor. And it is one of the coolest video games I've ever played. It is... How do I explain this? It's a detective story that is also supernatural.
Okay.
And so basically you get hired as a detective to go to this manor where they're having this seance because a woman went missing. So you go there and there's like 25 different suspects there, and you have to solve each person's like individual like issue that they're having to basically save their souls from the seance. So it's kind of a jump scare-ish sort of thing.
So you're a supernatural therapist.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
And it is a lot of fun. It is it's like every every conversation you start with someone takes a minute. So it's like you have to kind of like time yourself out. If you find something on the floor, you pick it up. That takes a minute. And you have about 9 hours a day to do anything. So you really have to pick and choose to make sure like, oh, is this really good evidence to kind of pick up and actually do? Because if not, you're just wasting time to be able to get to everything else. The other thing I want to talk about is...
Oh, can I say something really quick?
Yes, go ahead.
I feel like that really itches the part of Robert's brain that likes to be helpful.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Yes, very much. It's like, how can I help you? Let me run to the other side of this manor. That's going to take me 15
Robert leaves no
minutes.
video game side quest undone. But sorry, go ahead. So the second thing?
The second thing I want to talk about is something that's been a very big surprise to me that I'm really, really loving, and it's season 2 of Percy Jackson and the Olympians.
That is not where I thought that was going at all.
It is so good. It's crazy because if you've read the books, the Percy Jackson and the Olympian books, they're fantastic. The second book, which is what the second season is based off of, The Sea of Monsters, is the worst book. And it's not like a terrible sort of thing, it's not like, oh, it's unreadable. It's just really boring. Like
it's just really boring.
So and the first season of Percy Jackson,
well, is that why in the first movie they kind of mix a bunch of stuff from that first and second book together?
Yes, very much so, to try and like get anything to make it interesting. But now they're on the second book and they're really not changing, but they're like, making it a lot better, making a lot better choices for the characters overall. And it is way funnier than the first season. The first season was very rough.
Okay.
So I'm glad they're finally getting over it. They made the second book actually enjoyable to watch. And then now overall, I'm very excited to keep watching it because they've already showed a lot of stuff that's in like book 3 and book 4 that I'm like interesting to see how they continue to go about this.
Are they like setting it up, or are they actually like going into it?
They're kind of setting things up. There's a character that's introduced at the end of book 2 that they introduce in the second episode of the show. And I was like, wow, that is crazy because it's a very big surprise in the book. So they're just like, oh, here we go, by the way. So overall, that's kind of all the nerdy things. Like I said, it was a very light comic book week for me today. Like we said, I just finished DCKO right before
we start. And we'll get into DCKO in a minute. But before we get there, I did want to go over some of this chat that we're getting. First off, thank you guys very much for being here and interacting with our stream, hanging out with us. Let's see here. I have here, Alex, how long did it take you to build your nerd cave? I don't know because it's not done. What is that? What does KFBF mean?
It is an acronym for a kind of funny best friend. Ghost Shield used a couple of emotes, and they looked like KFBF ones, but I checked they're different ones. But it's a kind of funny best friend, kind of funny friend of the show. They are another independent games organization that do information like Disgusting. News and stuff from.
They're also not as good as us. I don't even know who watches those people. I'm sure they don't have a lot of subscribers at all. Let's see. GI writing Void script right now. Hell yeah, or Void Sun script right now. Let's see. Alex has his priority set. I think that's when I was talking about the nerd stuff. And then actually here on TikTok, first off, Spencer told us kiss kiss. Thank you. He wants us to kiss. Just so you're clear. Going off that, Vince said couple of the year. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And then he also asked Robert, who's your favorite Robin?
You know, I'm not a big Batman guy. So I honestly could not give you a good enough answer.
Gun to your head.
Gun to my head. Or I don't know why I like Damian Wayne a lot.
Okay, that's fair.
He is a really interesting, like fish out of water sort of character. Anytime I do get to experience him, that like he's so different from all the other kids, and I just love that sort of relationship that he has with the world.
I love that. And then the last one I'll read right now. Spencer says, "Why are y'all scared to bring me onto the podcast?" I'm not scared to bring me onto the podcast. What's going on is mute me. I'm kidding. Spencer, first off, you're married. You have a wife. You have sex. You have no place here. Anyway,
we're both married.
yes. And one of us... No, I'm kidding. But Rob... Would you like to introduce our first topic for today?
Yes, because I just mentioned it a little bit earlier. We're going to be talking about DCKO number 3. So we're going to do no spoilers in the beginning, but we're going to jump into, I think, probably ratings after and a couple of...
Tone. Does that matter?
Yeah, it'll be fine. We can do it at the end. So we're going to be talking about that, doing some ratings, and then some overall actual thoughts of what we read. So I want to jump into it since it's fresh off my mind.
Yes, tell me.
What an issue. And that's for like good and bad reasons, I guess. Of course, go Shield for no spoilers.
Yes.
We'll let you know when there's spoilers. It'll maybe be like five minutes. But it is...
I mean, honestly, for me... Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah.
I don't even think I need to get into spoilers to tell you what I don't like about this book. But go ahead.
They do a thing with a specific character that I think a lot of people didn't like in the last fight week month issues. That was like, oh, and then they continued to be like, what if we continue to make bad choices? And I was like, it's interesting. Do not get me wrong.
I thought the first choice, the fake out choice they were making, was more interesting
than the second,
than the choice that actually gets made.
Because not only do they do one like, oh, that's interesting, and then they're like, haha, just kidding. This is the real turn. So they do like two twists in the matter of like 2 panels.
Yeah.
So the art, beautiful. The writing could be a little bit better. They're really doing a lot for Superman.
And no one else.
And no one else.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting that no matter what, I guess Scott Snyder really likes Superman, just loves Superman.
Well, you know what? And I think from a business perspective, it makes a little bit of sense because, like, who's the big guy in DC right now? Who just had the big movie that kicked off the DC universe? It's Superman. So they're going to be pushing their flagship guy. But, you know, I agree with a lot of what you're saying. Like, what an issue. Because to me, the best thing that I can describe the latest issue of DCKO, and I'm really curious to see if you agree with this. This is like brothers with Matt Fraction's Batman issue 3. Like, this is so like I feel like almost like stuff happens, but nothing so exciting that I'm like, wow, what a great issue. I feel like the last 2 issues, while they pissed me off, there was something exciting there. I was hype about it. And this one I wasn't even hype about. I was just like, and I saw you reading it, and like, I read comics all the time where I'm like, ooh, like, you know, whatever. And this one just, I was silent, and I saw you being silent.
Yeah, I was just like, I was like, don't get me wrong, some of the action's really cool. No spoilers, obviously, but this is a tag team. This is a tag team issue, so they're able to choose who they want to be, who they want their tag team partner to be. Some of them make sense.
Mel.
And another one does not make sense. Two of them don't really make sense until
Let's
the
do
end.
this. We'll jump into spoilers. Not yet. No spoilers yet. But Robert, if you had to rate DCKO,
this issue right here, out of 10, I would give it a 6 out of 10.
A 6 out of 10?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do it out of 5 because I feel like we're usually doing it out of 5.
Out of 5, I would give it like a 3 out of 5.
Okay.
Maybe a 2.5 out of 5.
I'm about to give it a 2. Like,
okay.
I feel like it was so nothing. And don't get me wrong, like you said, the art is great. Like it's, I just don't know. And maybe this is me like actually getting what I wanted and now realizing it's not what I wanted, because I've been complaining this whole time that DCKO isn't doing the main fights in the book. They're doing it in the spin-offs or in the you know, the tie-ins and stuff. And I'm like, do them in the book. Here we finally get some fights in the book, and it doesn't do it very well with all of them together. And I'm not sure if that's a writing thing, like they couldn't juggle the characters, or I don't know if that's just you know, I don't know. I just feel like at least a lot of the fight issues had a lot of character development for these guys, and I feel like there's really no character development in here. This just feels like action, and not like in punch way, but it almost reminds me of that thing that I hated from One World Under Doom, where it's like, then this happened, then this happened, then this happened, and there's not really a lot of character stuff that happens. But
So I want to bring up something that Mel says in here. That I'm excited to get my DCKO trade back. We were kind of talking about this like after I finished. It was like, it feels like they're writing for the trade back, like the trade
paperback.
Yeah, the paperback. Yeah. I feel like they are just like, oh, well, let's throw all these issues. Like they kind of like, so just like read it after another. It doesn't seem to me like independent issues are. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like this could have just been done a lot better. Like this one issue should have been, I think, 2 issues, because it's like jumping from one arena to the next arena to the next arena, not giving enough time to breathe between each one.
Yeah.
Nor is it like giving a lot of story moments for the characters that the champions pick. Yeah. It's kind of like, I pick this person, and the next panel, it's like that person punching. Yeah.
I feel like if anything, the YouTube chat is really delayed. Oh, okay, just chat. But I feel like if anything, it's like, how do you say it? Those fights that we got for All Fight Week or All Fight Month, I think we should have done that like in 1 or 2 books, and this should have been the book where we break it up into a month.
Yeah,
like these 2-on-2 battles that are really interesting, especially with the dynamics of some of the teams that we pick, which we'll get into briefly. Rob, do you want to get into spoilers real quick?
Yes. So give us 5 minutes. We'll come back in 5 minutes, and we'll be done with spoilers.
Yeah. So we are gonna get into some spoilers right now. Let's see here. So again, we're getting into spoilers. Come back 5 minutes. I'm giving you another second. BRB. Okay, Ghost. So, Robert.
Yes.
We opened this book for DCKO number 3. And then at the top, we're immediately shown Superman seeing this utopia, this, you know, the ideal version of what he can get if he wins the competition, the tournament. And then he's pulled out of it, and look at that.
I got you, man.
Look at that immediately. Look at you. That's why they pay you the medium bucks. So we see that, and then we immediately get introduced to after Superman wakes up from this dream, again, kind of reinforcing this is what you could have if you win. Mm-hmm. We get into the tournament now immediately going, hey, or I guess the Heart of Apocalypse going, hey, here's the next portion of the tournament. We're going we're going to fight in pairs. So what they're doing there is all the contestants are able to pick someone.
Yes.
That either that died in the tournament, essentially, except the Joker, who has the most, what is it, like Omega Chaos energy, whatever the fuck. And I thought that was dumb.
Yes.
Personally, I thought that was so stupid.
I don't know if you heard me audibly groan going, oh, let's flip the page.
It reminds me of the Night Fight stuff where it's just like, hey, some bullshit.
Yes.
Like for again, a Batman character. I don't know why at every turn they're like they're like someone's all like, oh, my lips are chapped. I haven't blown a Batman character in a moment. Like, I don't get it. But anyway, I mean, except Jason Todd. But that boy gets beat with crowbars in the comics and in real life. But so what did you? So they have to pick someone except Joker. They get to pick anybody from the broader multiverse. I don't know about you, but I almost thought that's where he was going to bring someone in, like a Homelander or something.
I thought so too.
Yeah, I was kind of like, oh, this is where we're going to get Homelander in here. Like he's going to pull someone from a random universe. But what did you think, spoiler wise, with everything, like the matchups and some of the stuff they did?
So immediately I was like, some of these didn't make sense to me. Like obviously immediately Kara comes out for Lex Luthor, and I was like, okay. And then of course I went like, are you kidding me? And then like I flipped the page and I was like, oh, okay, I see what they're doing with this.
Yeah, because Kara immediately shits on Luthor.
Yes, yeah. She literally punches him immediately as soon as she gets spawned in. One of the things I didn't really like was that Aquaman got like no page time at all. It was kind of just like, yeah, see you in air, brother. And then like you flip the panels and it's just Superman and it's just the Joker and it's Zatanna and John Constantine, which again, what are they doing? Like, I get what they're doing is like, okay, you can pull from anywhere in the universe with your Omega Energy Joker, pick whoever you want. And I was like, immediately he pulls in the Batman Who Laughs, which I was like, that's cool. Is it weird? Yes. He was like, how would he know the Batman Who Laughs wins?
Yeah.
Who he is?
Well, they could have written it off with like, the Heart of Apocalypse gave me visions of every single thing I could do.
And then like it's Mixapitalik, and it's like, oh yeah, let's show you who you actually are. It snaps, and he's like a rod, and turns into like Emperor Joker, and then immediately wipes out Zatanna and John Constantine.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, so two of the most powerful magic users in all of DC gets wiped out by the Joker.
Yeah, it didn't make sense. It just felt like it felt like both sides, whether we're talking about Lex Luthor winning, whether we're talking about the Joker winning, whether we're talking about Superman winning, all of those fights came off as like, I'm Superman now, you can't kill me on the playground. Like that's literally, and it wasn't because for story reasons, it wasn't like because it made sense. It felt like a power scaler's wet dream, but then just did some bullshit. Like, you know, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not liking, whether it's in this mainline book or the other stuff, I'm not liking the random glaze that we're given to
I did like
Batman characters.
The cool thing that they did at the end, but I also was like, wow, that's kind of shitty for Superman to do. It's like, I actually only picked you because you have a specific power that I know you could do, and immediately he gets merged in with Shazam.
Yeah,
and I was like,
I actually like that.
Yeah, I thought it was cool, but then I was like, that's kind of shitty for her.
Well, no, I think that's the point. Because he's like losing himself. Because what is it? You have to win. How do you win? You have to be like Apocalypse.
Yeah,
and Apocalypse does whatever he has to do to win. And Superman is like now like, oh, I'm using people. So to me, that's that. But it could also, if they don't round back to that later, or they don't actually explicitly say that, it was just lazy. But you know, that's the thing. I did like though, as much as we didn't see them, I did like the camaraderie between Aquaman choosing Hawkman and that kind of thing. I thought that was really cool.
It was like, I like the funny thing where he was like, you picked me up back for round two.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's nice. Like you get to see that, like, you know, he hasn't lost his humanity or anything like that. It's specifically a brotherhood sort of thing.
Of course.
It's nice to see that Aquaman wasn't corrupted by that Omega energy really at all.
Yeah, can't say the same about Superman. Allegedly, apparently, supposedly. But yeah, so Rob, do you want to pull down the spoilers thing?
Yes, I can.
Okay, perfect. But yeah, Rob, so as Rob's pulling on the spoiler thing, I want to bring up another question, and then we will get to chat as we're switching to next thing. I'll get to chat. So if there's anything y'all want to say, any questions y'all have, say them now, and then as we get to the next topic, we'll re-chat a little bit. Robert, with DCKO so far, what are you thinking about it? Like overall, because now we've talked about it previously with All Fight Month. We talked about kind of how we're feeling about it with the fights. But now this is the mainline book. This is the third in the mainline book. This is usually the point in the series where I am deciding if I'm going to keep picking this up month to month. Like for any other book, it's like 3 or 4 is like, hey, am I picking this up? Am I, obviously with these events, I'm going to pick them up because we talk about them. And because they're only like 5, 6 issues, 7 sometimes. But anyway, with all that being said, this is the main issue. We're at issue 3. What are you thinking about it? If this was an ongoing, would you cut it?
I think because of the gravity of how this event is going to be, I think, in history, I will continue to pick it up. Because it's like, oh, I know people are going to be talking about DCKO probably for the rest of our lives. You know, for good or bad, whatever it ends. You know, it's something that is completely unique to DC, and it's the first time that somebody that I at least know does something similar to this. So I'll continue to pick it up, to read it along, to be able to have those discussions, you know, later on in life, or, you know, continue on for this right here. I think if I wasn't making content, I would not continue to pick it up.
Yes. Okay. I was about to ask that. Yeah. I was about to be like if you take all that out, is this a good comic book so far?
Yeah. So I think also I went really hard for Age of Revelation. So it's like, if I've bought all those Age of Revelations books...
And you hated Age of Revelation.
Yes. Yeah. I was like, I think I can continue to buy DCKO. I don't hate DCKO.
The other thing that I want to mention real quick, and I'm not going to say what it is, but this is a spoiler thing. I won't say what it is. I'm not going to say what it is, but I will allude to it. They allude to a certain group of stuff coming in at the end of this book, and I'm like, how does that make sense? How does that make sense? How are they going to write this bullshit off?
They kind of make it make sense in the end. I think they do. And yeah, we're not going to spoil anything for this.
Does it lead into those other comics I haven't read yet that we're talking about?
No. So I think we'll have to talk about it after. Yeah, we'll have to talk about it.
Okay.
But yeah, they do give a nice little interesting kind of look into the future, what it is. I want to bring up something Mel said right here. Age of Revelation hurt me so hard, and they messed up my fave character. I want to know who that fave character was, because they did that to quite a lot of characters. If it's Laura Kinney, I completely agree. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm just going to grab the TikTok stuff real quick. Also, anybody watching us on TikTok, while we do appreciate you, we love you very much. All the overlays and all the it looking nice and hearing it with the crispy microphones, you can see that right now on our YouTube channel and on our Twitch channel. The link is, well, I don't know if we have a link in our bio.
We do.
We do? Okay.
Yes.
So the link is in the bio if you want to check it out. So that way you can get the full experience if you want to go there. If not, you can definitely continue watching it here. Next week, we should have it set up like more tied in with the restream stuff to where, you know, do it. Also, the restream watermark is not that bad.
It's not on the live. So
it's on live?
Yeah. So I pulled it up right here. It's not there. So we're good.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, even if it was there, I can see it right here. It's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
Anyway,
But yes, so she said Laura Kinney and Gabby too. I completely agree. They really messed up that dynamic.
Let's see. What is it? GI says you should mod my YouTube account. Maybe we will, GI. Maybe we will. We weren't doing any mods tonight just because we're kind of seeing how it goes and seeing who's gonna. I think I did the same thing when I was doing the lives for my personal stuff. I kind of want to see who's gonna be tuning in, because then those people will make mods, obviously. You know what I mean? Let's see here.
Oh, and thank you very much, Spencer, for the hat and mustache. We appreciate it.
I already had that.
Oh, I don't. Mine's bad. And then we have Solar Punk here, good goat of the channel. A little disappointing with that the final 4 are the most predictable characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we won't say anything else outside of that.
Yeah.
Because some people don't want spoilers. But yeah. No, there's definitely But I feel like it's we always want them to do something kind of shaking it up. And we thought, you know, I'm going to mention something from the first issue. So I'm going to assume everybody is kind of, you know, at least has read the first issue. So this will be a spoiler for the very first issue of DCKO. But anyway, like when they killed Batman.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, they're subverting expectations. They're doing something different. This is crazy. And then Night Fight came out, and then, you know, some stuff has happened in Night Fight that they're talking about. You know, I don't know, Night Fight's been out for a week. Should I mention what it is?
Yeah, I think so.
So Night Fight's been out for a week. The Heart of Apocalypse has told Batman, if you do XYZ, maybe I'll pull you back into the tournament. And I'm like, what? Like, so when we get to issue 4 or 5, like, we're going to get to the very end, and what? Like, Batman just going to come back right at the very end, and he's going to end up winning because everybody glazes the shit out of Batman? I don't know. That's annoying. But, let's see. Oh, Mel also said, the concept was interesting and could have been done better, but they didn't have the time or the right writer. And yeah, that's fair, Solarpunk.
I'm trying to remember who wrote Lord Kinney Sabretooth, but while I looked it up, Alex, do you want to bring up our next topic?
I will bring up our next topic, and it's great that you've asked me that, Robert. I really appreciate you asking me about bringing up the next topic, because I have it here on my computer right now, and it's something that is readily available, and I can see our run of show because, you know, we're prepared and we're prepared and we run podcasts together and
Erica
other
Schultz.
stuff, and now it's loaded. So yes. So Robert, really quick, we'll go over this one briefly. What other books did you pick up this week?
So I picked up Ultimates number 20. Did not get to read it. And then I picked up, oh my goodness. Can I tell you the two that I did not pick up? And I'm really upset because I could not find them anywhere.
Oh God, tell me.
So I had on my my poll list, I don't call it in or anything like that, but just to go in there, have fun for the fight. But I was meant to pick up Lara Croft number 1.
Yikes.
And then the Cyberpunk comic. Because apparently, I like Cyberpunk, the Cyberpunk 2077. Mm-hmm. Great game. I think it's a great world. But apparently, like, all their extended stuff is also very, very good. So I meant to pick it up and try both of those out. But I guess they were sold out everywhere. Everyone's big Lara Croft fans and
well, it's probably
fans.
Also those things where some of those more, I mean, it's not niche, but like comic book readers and gamers, surprisingly, I feel like don't overlap a lot.
Yeah.
You know? And I think it's one of those things where they probably just have a limited stock of them. Like, like the shop didn't order it.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, Robert, you can ask your shop to order those for you.
I could, but then I'd have to talk to people and be like, could you pretty please?
Robert, you can tell me to ask the shop to order stuff for you.
What did you pick up?
So this week was really light for me. It was DCKO. Mm-hmm. It was, and because like I was leaving the comic shop, Robert had texted me. He was like, "Hey, I'm not gonna be able to go till later. Like, can you grab me one?" And literally, as I was leaving, like our comic shop had a stack like this big, and as I was leaving, it was like here. Like, it was like almost nothing. I was like, holy shit, that's wild. But anyway, so DCKO, that was the big one. I picked up Dungeons of Doom number 1.
Okay, interesting.
And I've already read that one. Genuinely, between Dungeons of Doom number 1 so far and what is it, The Will of Doom? Mm-hmm. Both those books combined, I feel like, are better than the entirety of One World Under Doom. Really hated One World Under Doom. I just didn't like it. I mean, and people have told me, like, oh, I get what you're saying. Like, it just does that thing where, like I'm always saying, where it's, then on Monday this happened, and then everybody reacted this way. And on Tuesday this happened, and everybody reacted this way. Then Reed Richards did this on Thursday, and then by Friday he was recovering because it didn't work. And then, you know what I mean? Like, it's just boom, 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 this is what's going on, and it's like, it's annoying. But there's so many characters, like, what else are you going to do? Not everyone's going to have this wild character development. Anyway, I thought that was really good. I also picked up the new Spider-Man Torn. I didn't get to finish it, but I'm liking it enough, but we're getting into some kind of otherworldly mystical shit that I feel like I'm not always down for Spider-Man doing. Like, the fact that Spider-Verse, it works for me as well as it does is wild, because I don't like those Spider-Man stories where a portal opens up and then Madam Web is like, Spider-Man, Dormammu's coming. Like, I'm like, shut up. Go stop a mugger. Anyway, but yeah, that's all I picked up this week. It was pretty light. I was going to continue to pick up the Transformers stuff, but I think I've decided I'm not. And I think I'm just going to, I started reading after the main, like, I think after issue 25. Mm-hmm. And while I'm liking what I'm reading, I'm kind of like, you know what? I'm just going to buy the trades of issue of the first 25 issues, and then I'm just going to buy the trade when this comes out. Because it is good, but I would rather just have it in trade, and it's probably not a book that I see myself getting every single week. Like, I didn't pick it up this week, and I'm not, like, jonesing for the Transformers that I missed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's just me.
I also picked up Transformers because, I mean, Robert Kirkman took over for Daniel Warren Johnson, correct? Right? I believe that's who it was that was doing it before.
Oh, yes, you're right.
And I was like, interesting. Yeah, let me do it. I like Robert Kirkman. I have Skinbreaker that I'm like slowly but surely reading through right now. This is his newest one. And, you know, he's also doing Void Rivals as well. But I was like, let me check it out. You know, I really like the stuff that he's doing. It was really cool, but yeah, usually when they have these changes of teams, it does feel like I can go in here, like don't like they kind of talk about the past, but it doesn't really like stress anything too much out. Going into 25, I was like, oh no, like I missed a lot. It's like I would have to go I would have to go look up for the trade, or like I would specifically need to like go find all of those single issues to try and to try and catch up so I can understand this crazy world that is Transformers.
Yeah.
But it does seem very cool. I just can't seem to, with my crazy life and my already large, TBR pile. Yeah, very large member.
Sorry.
It seems very difficult right now to get into another new franchise.
Yeah, it is hard, and I think this year I'm trying to make this the year of not spending over $50 on New Comic Book Day.
Yes,
you know, and because I do love New Comic Book Day, but I'm also now, and I think me and you have both have this resurgence recently, where not only are we reading the new stuff, we're also going back. We're buying vintage stuff. We're buying older stuff, and I love that so much. But also, one of the fun things about buying vintage stuff is I can go to a store with $20 and buy a shitload of books if I'm looking in the right places. And you know, New Comic Book Day, that's $3. And you know, I don't know. I think like you're saying, life is so busy. It's kind of hard to jump into another thing. But also, it's hard to jump into stuff and then it not be something that you like, and then feel like you got to stick it out.
Yeah.
Like I had this big battle with myself cutting Marvel Zombies in Battle World because they just were not good. They were not fucking good at all. And I felt really, I felt like, but I got to finish it. I'm going to have FOMO. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to have FOMO when I can't buy Taco Bell because I spent an extra $30 on books I don't like.
That's how I felt with this Age of Revelation stuff, where I was like, I gotta keep doing it. I gotta keep doing it. I started it. I have to commit. You know, that's the kind of person that I am. When I pick something up, I try to finish it, and I just could not with that. But I was spending I think the most I spent on comics at one time going in just buying like regular like
new comics.
Yeah, was like $65.
Yeah, there were some weeks where I remember I would be leaving the house and I'd be telling my wife, hey, like, because usually, like, you know, I'm like, hey, every week's $50 is the max that I'm going to spend on New Comic Book Day. And there are a couple weeks where I'm like, babe, it's going to be like $15 over, $20 over. Like, you know, and I hate that. I'm trying to get better about spending my money on comics. Let's see here. Rob, though.
Yes.
I did want to get into our next topic, and also before we get in, or I'll let you introduce the topic, but I did want to say to the chat, guys, this is one that I really do want to see other people's opinion on. So I know we got a couple people in chat. Please let me know if you have opinions on this next one. I'd love to read them. I'd love to see what y'all think, because I have my opinions on this topic that we're getting into next, but I really want to know you guys, because I can have my opinion all the live long day, but I really want to know what other people think, and not just me in a vacuum. But Rob, do you want to introduce our next thing?
Yes, I do, because I found this out when we were talking about what we wanted to talk about today, and immediately I was like, oh boy, I have things to say. But breaking news: Kathleen Kennedy has stepped down from Star Wars, and Dave Filoni and...
Oh, that was not the one I thought we were doing.
Oh!
I thought we were doing that one.
My bad. Do you want to skip to that one instead?
I mean, we let's do that one.
Okay, cool.
Well, no, we can. You know what, Robert? Whichever one you want to do, you pick.
We'll do Kathleen Kennedy. Kathleen Kennedy is stepping down from the Star Wars.
We still want your opinion on this one
too. From the Dave Filoni, and Dave Filoni and Lywin Brennan are stepping up to take over that role.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm very interested to see how this goes. I don't know about you. I know you have some, mild interest in it. But I was a very large Star Wars fan, circa maybe 2016. But ever since, really, I think episode 8 came out, I've been slowly but surely losing my love for Star Wars. It seems more like they are just making content for content's sake, just to keep like making money, but nothing has been super good besides Andor. Andor has been like the one piece of content that I've thoroughly enjoyed from Star Wars consistently. It is a perfect melodrama, spy drama that does not need lightsabers. Honestly, I don't know why. I'm getting tired of lightsabers.
What?
I'm getting tired of. I want like more human stories in Star Wars because those are the stories that have been getting the most love.
That I feel like that take in like 2004 would have gotten you killed.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, Rob, first off, I kind of want to tell you how I feel about the Star Wars stuff. Honestly, I'm not one of those people who feel like Star Wars went downhill.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think Star Wars went down. I think Star Wars is like Marvel, where we started. Here's the thing. And I'm gonna say this, right? We get less Star Wars stuff. So we used to get less Star Wars stuff. So the Star Wars stuff we held in higher regard, right? No, I'm just gonna say it. Return of the Jedi is not a good Star Wars movie. I think that it's all of a sudden we're playing what is it? We're playing Sesame Street with some fucking bears on a different planet, and it's drastically different. The build up to this fight is non-existent between Vader and Luke. It's just very like it's such a of a movie compared to the last one, and then we got the same thing with Rise of Skywalker, and everybody's like, how dare they? And I'm like, what do you mean? How dare they do it again? Like, so anyway, that's me. I feel like just because we've gotten more of it, it's easier to be like, oh, this was bad and this was bad. Because we can all easily go, Phantom Menace, not super great. I think it's a classic. And then we can all say, Return of the Jedi, or Empire Strikes Back is amazing. But now we have more. So there's more like, Boba Fett, that was trash. Mando seasons 1 and 2 is pretty good. Season 3, yeah, maybe. And I don't know. That's my thing. I as much as I'm excited about the news of Kathleen Kennedy leaving, it's more so because I'm excited to get some different perspective on the Star Wars universe. I don't want us just to milk the original trilogy
to death
even more. Yeah, I feel like that's all they're doing.
It feels like the stuff that they've been making lately is like, shit, how do we continue to make content that is still within like either the past 10 years after, Return of the Jedi? Because I mean, we really haven't had anything post Skywalker, correct? If I'm being right, like correct. We've had stuff before the original series, but nothing really after that takes place after 9.
After 9?
Yes.
Like after the most recent movie?
Yes.
Yeah, no, we haven't had anything that takes place after 9.
So I know they just announced that they're going to be doing the Rey Skywalker movie. That's going to be her starting this new Jedi Order and stuff.
Yeah.
But overall, I'm just like, I just don't care anymore, which sucks because I loved Star Wars. And I will continue to love Star Wars from afar until something, like I'm not going to go see Mandalorian and Grogu. I don't give a shit about that. I don't care about the Mandalorian.
You're wild.
And it sucks because I'm like, I just don't care.
Okay, well, who else is going to go see Mandalorian and Grogu? Because you're going to be on the podcast with me that week. I don't know. I feel like and maybe I'm at this point at the end of my life where I am like, I don't know. I'm not as much as a lot of my online presence is me yelling about things. I do still find enjoyment in most things. I think I get more upset with wasted potential. And I do feel like Kathleen Kennedy led us with a lot of wasted potential.
I agree.
I'm excited to see that. And I'm excited to see someone like Dave Filoni because for as much as me and you were talking off air about how sometimes he does some weird shit.
Yeah.
He makes good weird shit. Even
does.
if it's weird, it's good. It's good. And I think the big thing that would save Star Wars is stop talking about Jedi.
Yes.
Stop talking about Jedi. You have this whole universe, and we're talking about the ableist, like, mind reader monks. Like, why are we worried about them? Like, that's, like I get it. They're great. That's what the original stuff. But there's other things. Andor proved it. Mandalorian proves it. Some of the worst parts of Mandalorian is when all of a sudden they're bringing Luke Skywalker into it. Like, but
Cameo City. Like, it's somehow turned into, like, the worst parts of Marvel. Like, without, like, the shine or, like, the the love that Marvel gives these kind of cameos. It was just like, here, you're getting Boba Fett now. Here, you're getting Luke Skywalker now. And it's like, I just don't care. I don't know. I'm a little angry about this, as you can tell.
Oh, I'm a little angry about this. Here, let me read some of the chat.
Yeah, go ahead.
We have Chris over here on TikTok. I feel like it went to shit when it was bought out by Disney, but that's just me. Robert, how do you feel about that?
First off, that's my sister. So thanks, Chris, for popping up. But I think I think I have to disagree because I think Episode 7 is such a great Star Wars movie. It's so good. I don't think that it... I think it is the ambition of Disney to try and get as much money out of it as possible that really fucked up those first 3 movies.
I think that Episode 7 is really good, but I also think that it is what every other movie wants to be, because Episode 7... Like, we were talking about this. Kathleen Kennedy loves to lead us in a Star Wars that is like, hey guys, I know that you love the era between Episode 3 and 4. Let's only do that. I know we've done that for 3 years, but you know what would be really cool? The 2 weeks before Episode 4. Like we don't always need that. But she's a master at doing the same shit over and over again. And we notice, and it doesn't work. What is it? Force Awakens. Force Awakens is the perfect example of you can do that well and nobody will fucking notice because it's just New Hope.
Yeah.
It's just New Hope. And if we could just... But I think the thing is the style's there. The characters are there. The substance is there. It was Cameo City, but they weren't cameos. They were parts of the movie. And I feel like later on Star Wars didn't know how to make things parts of the movie. They just learned... Or parts of the story, they just made them cameos. Because even like Boba Fett showing up in Season 2 of Mandalorian was like, oh, cool, Boba Fett, what's he going to do? And then he goes, nothing. And he walks away.
Book of Boba Fett was a big nothing burger.
Yeah, my favorite part of Book of Boba Fett is the part that I can quote all the time and it makes my wife laugh, is where he's trying to teach the sand people how to ride the thing, and he goes like this, and they're like, what? And he goes, like a panther. And that's my favorite part of that whole show. But okay, let me see some more stuff on here.
You got Solar Punk volunteering for tribute for that podcast, so I'll be out that one.
Corbin over here saying she did. We're gonna get some good Star Wars content now. Ooh, and then we have, I think it's Natalie right there actually. Mm-hmm. Off topic thoughts on Lara Croft, and I think Robert said here too. We're gonna be talking about that in a bit here. Let's see here. I'm just seeing if anybody else had anything else to say about the Star Wars stuff. Ghost Shield says, I'm excited for Dave Filoni to step in finally. I am too. I am too. Solar Punk, I want Star Wars to go hundreds of years in the future and start with new characters and not reference all the old characters.
I'm fine with they're kind of building right now with, if you've seen Ahsoka, which Ghost Shield says in here, Ahsoka was the only cameo that went somewhere. Sure. They are building...
Because she wasn't a cameo, she was part of the story.
Yes, she's part of the story that led into her own show that is leading to a brand new... I don't want to spoil if you haven't seen Ahsoka, but it's something completely brand new, which I'm completely okay. Start something brand new with Star Wars. I think we have milked the original idea of Star Wars to death, which is these rebels that are going against the big empire. We can't continue to keep doing that. We can't continue to make stories that's within this empire. It's done. It was done in 2016 when did Rise of Skywalker come out? And even then, it shouldn't have been done there. It should have been done, in the original trilogy. Like, we should not have done the Empire stuff anymore. Yeah,
no, I hear you. And mainly because it's also completely unrealistic. How governments in real life don't constantly do the wrong thing and force people to have to stand up for themselves. So, bring it back down to earth, Dave. Okay, let's see. Robert, do you want to do the next topic that was originally supposed to be the other topic?
I think let's talk about what people are talking about in the chat about.
Okay,
I want to start talking about Sophie Turner as Lara Croft.
Ooh, yes. So we did get our first look today. That was today, right?
That was today, yes.
So we got our first look of Sophie Turner as Lara Croft, and dude, Robert, I'm going to give you my quick opinion on it, and then I really want to hear... Or, I'm sorry, I'm going to give you part of my quick opinion, then I really want to hear what you have to say. I have never seen a look for a character from, especially a video game, look completely inaccurate.
Interesting.
Because there are not enough polygons.
I knew you were going there.
Okay, Robert, tell me what you think.
Let me back away from the mic a little bit. God, like Sophie Turner, man, like wow, what a woman.
This boy is married. No,
I'm married. My wife would approve of that joke.
I was about to say his wife probably would have said the same thing.
Man, she looks awesome. I think she looks so good. The first time I saw it, I was like, I don't really know how I feel about it. But looking at it more and more, it is the costume from like the OG video games, and then 2, bro, she is ripped. Like she I know I've seen some videos of her. She did some behind the scenes stuff, I think like maybe a month ago, showing her workout routine. Dude, like she has completely changed for this character.
Yeah.
I want to hear like more thoughts about what you think, how she looks, and then I kind of want to talk about Sophie Turner as Lara Croft overall.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
I think, all jokes aside, this is like the most accurate I've seen Lara Croft look. Like as far as like to the original video games, you know, because we've had the Angelina Jolie movies, we had another attempt at Tomb Raider later on, and this just the look is there. Like if you're just like, if nothing else, she looks like Lara Croft. Now, I personally feel like we're not really going to see this a lot.
I agree.
I feel like this is going to be like an opening scene or something, and then there's going to be something like why do I not wear pants in the jungle? Then she's going to like put on pants or some shit. But no, she looks really good. I know somewhere Joe Jonas is crying in his pillow. But no, it looks really good. I'm really excited about it. And like you said, the big thing outside of just what like the clothing is she does look ripped.
Yeah.
She looks like she looks powerful. She looks like she can do those things that we know Lara Croft has to do as a character.
Yeah.
So, but what you were going to say about Lara Croft in general?
Yeah, so I mean, I love Lara Croft. I haven't played the OG games. They did announce a couple. They're redoing the first game that's coming out very soon, and then they're making a new game that's in that.
Like, are they doing a re-release or are they doing like a remaster? Like
it's
how
like
they
a
do with
remaster.
Resident Evil? Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
like that. It's in like kind of the same stylizing of the OG one, but they're just kind of like making
everything.
Yeah, upscaling a bit everything and
Take away my polygons.
Yeah, but I've played the newer ones. I think it was like the Rise and Shadow, and then just regular Tomb Raider, and I love those games. Those games are fantastic. But I am a little afraid of her as Lara Croft. I think she's great in Game of Thrones at playing a stoic character. I don't think of Lara Croft as a stoic character.
Really?
I think I think we get Lara Croft. Like, we think about her as Angelina Jolie's character, which is very, I'm sexy, I'm doing whatever. But really, like, I like the way that she is portrayed in the 3 video games, the newer games.
I do agree.
Where she is like, this is the world, I'm reacting to it, and she has a stake and she cares. That's the thing that's the difference between about Lara Croft, I think, and, Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones is like, he's meant to be this gruff sort of guy. He's like, we have to get it back to we have to take everything, to a museum.
Yeah.
Lara Croft is like, no, this thing belongs to the people. Like, we need to like.
He is more of like an ass. Like, he's more like, this is what we got to do. We're doing it. Stop complaining. Like,
yes.
And Lara Croft is someone who's like they're like, we have to get, the idol that they stole or whatever. And she's like, but they just stole all the villagers' water. Like, like she's, like I said, she's more in the now with what's going on to the people around her.
She's more compassionate. And, I've seen Sophie Turner in some other stuff, mostly like comedies, if I'm being honest. So I do know that she has like some comedic chops, but yeah, I'm a little on the edge when it comes to that one, but I'm really interested to see what she's gonna bring to the character. Like, what is Sophie Turner is not Alicia Vikander. Alicia Vikander is not Angelina Jolie. So those are all completely different iterations of the same character. So what do you think of Sophie Turner as Lara Croft?
I mean, I'm excited about it. She looks the part. I've seen, like you said, I've seen Sophie Turner, honestly, like exactly like you, a little bit in Game of Thrones and then in like little stuff here and there. The one thing I think she'll bring is the mommy energy. Not because of what you might think, but just because everyone's gonna have to look up at her. She's very tall.
She's very tall.
Everyone's gonna be standing on boxes in the film. But with that being said, I'm excited about just getting video game stuff right now in general, because I feel like we constantly I don't know, because this is a film, right? This is a film. And
actually, let me double check that. I don't know if it's a TV show or a film.
I thought it was a film. Let me see. Hold up. I think I have the story in front of me.
Sophie Turner stepping into live action TV series.
Oh, it's a series.
Yes.
Okay. Never mind. Then let me, because I was going to say, I was interested in seeing how the films are going to do, but this kind of does go along with my point that I was going to make. But I do feel like, especially now knowing that, it seems like people have figured out the best place for adaptations for video games is in that series format, which makes sense because video games are a long form piece of content. Why would you try to boil it down into 2 hours, an hour and a half? You know what I mean? I'm excited. I'm excited to get more video game content. Originally, I was going to say I'm interested to see how they're going to do it with the movie because now, everything's kind of going to shows. But now seeing it's going to be a show, I'm just hoping that they follow the footsteps of these other shows that are not Halo. Because for the most part, like The Last of Us, even though people have some stuff to say about season 2, it's people recognize that it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's really good. And then obviously the Fallout show, I would argue the Fallout show is probably the best video game translated media that we've ever had. But yeah, no, I'm super hyped. What about you?
Me too. I'm very excited. I think Netflix has a lot to. We should give Netflix some kudos, which is crazy to say. But I think they really started this with the Castlevania animated series. Which, if you haven't seen it, even if you're not a Castlevania game fan, that show is fantastic. It's animated amazingly. The story is fantastic. Definitely go check it out. But really, from then on, it seems like people were more willing to take these risks that came for video game movies and TV shows. I mean, yeah, now we have Fallout, we have the Super Mario Brother movies, which are great. They're really good, entertaining movies. And then, I mean, now we have the announced Mass Effect. We have the announced, oh my goodness, God of War. They just announced who's going to be Kratos. So it's...
Oh, did they?
Yes.
Who's going to be Kratos?
The guy that plays Opie from Sons of Anarchy. Don't know his name. Couldn't tell you. But they announced who was going to be Kratos, and I think it was Solarpunk here says Amazon is really trying to capitalize on the gaming market, giving us Fallout, Next Level, and now Lara Croft. I feel like we're in the golden age of video game TV shows. I agree.
That's who's going to be Kratos?
Yes. Yeah. But I agree 100%. I mean, we're even going to get Warhammer with Henry Cavill. So
I'm so happy for him.
Yes.
About that.
Yeah. So it's a golden age of video games, and it feels like we just keep winning no matter what. Even if it's bad, I think it's good to get the eyes on some of these different pieces of content. But I kind of want to ask you this question as we're kind of running out of time here at the end. Given both of our love for video games, right? Mm-hmm. Pick a video game that has not been made into a TV show or a movie. What would yours be?
Video game that has been made into a TV show or movie.
Like, what would you, if you had like all the money in the world, it's like produce this movie, produce this TV show from this video game?
Outer Worlds.
Ooh, Outer Worlds. I love the Outer Worlds.
Yeah, Outer Worlds is so good. Yeah. But I think, and my first thought went to, and I think if you notice, the piece of content where like, oh, this is the best one, right, is Fallout. And I think it's because there's not a main character to follow. There's not like, a how do you say it? There's not a pre-established story you have to tell. You just have to be in the world. Yeah. And I was thinking about that. So I'm like, Outer Worlds. I'm thinking, what's the one with the Rick and Morty gun?
Oh, High on Life.
High on Life. Stuff like that where you can just be in the world is the big thing out there. What about you?
Before I get to mine, I do want to ask y'all guys also, in the chat, what are yours? What are your favorite ones right over here? We already have Solarpunk in here, Dragon Age Origins, which is a great pick also. But I think if I had to pick mine, I have two. One, give me a good Assassin's Creed movie or, TV show. I think Assassin's Creed has such a good possibility, it could be good. Like that's it's out there with like all the anime stuff. But I think if you took Assassin's Creed and treated it more kind of like Uncharted, where it's kind of an action, where there's like some comedy and stuff, because all of that information, like all the story, is just wild. And you can't get away with it being like a serious thing with like being like, yeah, you're shoving your body into a machine that sends you like 1,000 years into the past. and then like you come into the future, and then there's like ancient alien gods. You know, it's like okay, you have to acknowledge that some of this
would work, Robert.
Huh?
I don't think they could do it.
Really?
I don't think they could.
I believe they can.
I think it's just because the games couldn't even tell the story correctly.
And that's where they get to be better.
That's true.
My other one, which I would really push for this one, is a game by a small independent. Well, they were independent. Now they're owned by Netflix. But a small game studio called it's called Night School Studios. But it's a game called After Party.
Okay.
And it is. I don't know if you ever played Oxenfree or anything like that. No. But it follows two friends on the eve of their college graduation, and they're at this party, and they're like, oh yeah, like, you know, we're finally like we're finally done, like now we can be like our own people and blah blah blah. And then they realize while they're at this party, they're actually in hell. And so like they realize, like they're like, okay, well, why are we in hell? And so it's one figuring out why they're in hell, and then two, it's kind of like a reverse, like Orpheus and Eurydice, where like Orpheus is going down and trying to like bring Eurydice out. It's them like, how the hell are we in hell? And then two, let's get out of here. And then how they get out of here is they have to challenge Satan to like drinking games. So it's like completely out there. So like
I can see that being a series.
Yeah. It's like it's comedic, and it's like, but it's also, when you get into the real nitty gritty of that story, it is so sad. There is so much heart in that story that I really think that it could be something that can bring eyes to that video game. And then Netflix, use Night School Studios, just use them, please, because like they are making. They made such great stuff in the past that you're just kind of wasting them sitting there. So that's just me getting off my soapbox.
I was laughing because you had said this is indie developer, and my brain went EA 2K.
Oh, little indie developer, Grand Theft Auto 6,
Rockstar Games.
Yeah.
Rob, are we done?
I think so. We're about 58 minutes. Mm-hmm. So we can do one more story if you like. Okay,
we'll do one more topic. I wasn't sure if you had a heart out tonight.
Oh, no, I'm good.
Okay. Well, we have one more topic, and this one I would also like to get your guys' opinion on. And this will be our last topic of the evening, last topic of this episode of the Geekday Podcast. And that topic is, Robert, we've gotten all...
Oh, my God. I was like, oh, God, you're asking me to do it. I was like swallowing water.
No. I was going to say, Robert, we've gotten all of the Avengers... I want to be the last topic. Maybe. He's really insufferable. No, I'm kidding. No, I love you. So, Robert, we've gotten all the Avengers trailers released.
We have.
Officially. A bunch of us have seen them because they were getting brought online, they were getting leaked and all that, but now we have them officially in HD. I can see Namor's neck. I can see James Marsden's absence of yellow trunks. And I can see Patrick Stewart right before he gets killed for the fourth time in film as Professor X. Do you think this tactic worked? How they did this, how they decided, hey, we're gonna link all these to another week of Avatar being out. Like, do you think this actually built up hype? Do you think it killed hype? Do you think that this is getting Marvel anything?
I think that, yes, they did build. I think overall it did build up hype.
Okay.
But my thing is, I think they put the trailers out in the wrong order.
Go ahead.
I think they should have started off with the last one, which was, you know, Wakanda and the Thing, because immediately it's like, what the hell? Immediately it's yeah, like, what? Okay, the Thing's in the desert, and then there's Wakandans, and like it causes it's a lot of intrigue. Two, I think, make it the X-Men and the X-Men trailer. Then Thor, and then I think you should have ended with Steve Rogers.
Okay, I hear you. So I would like to. So I hear you, and I do like the idea. I would counter it with people have, and this kind of leads us into the second part of it. But before I get there, do you think this has worked?
I think it's worked. I think I don't think it worked as well as it should have.
Yeah.
I think like I've as we've continued to go along, I don't think it was meant. These leaks were meant to happen. So I think it did definitely take a lot of steam out of it. Because I still remember when the first Force Awakens trailer came out, didn't leak or anything, and then just being like, wow. I think we should have had those reactions to these trailers without them being leaked.
I agree with you 100%. Mm-hmm. I think it was good. I think that it was an interesting thing that I hope they don't do in the future. I genuinely think it would have gotten more hype if they just would have released all 4 online in one day. Like, they would have been like 8 o'clock, this one, 10 o'clock, this one, 12 o'clock, this one, 2 o'clock, that one.
Interesting.
Just do it. Like the Marvel chairs. Like, think about how many eyes were on those fucking chairs when they did that. Now, with that being said, I do want to lead into the other thing. There's a lot of speculation, and the Russo brothers have come out and said there's clues hidden in these trailers and all this stuff. One, I want to touch on what you said. A lot of people have been talking about how these trailers have apparently, supposedly, allegedly been about the cycle of life. Mm-hmm. So, like, the Steve Rogers trailer is birth, the Thor trailer is about fatherhood, the X-Men trailer is about death, and the Wakandan trailer is afterlife. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of what people have been saying, and the Russo brothers are like, there's clues embedded in here to give us some kind of clue, whatever. One, I hate when the Russo brothers do this because they're not good at it. They're not Taylor Swift. I feel like they go, like, they'll put a picture of a chair, and then they're like, there's a clue here. And then in a year, people are like, well, what did that chair mean? And they're like, well, if you think about it, at the bottom of the chair, there were 3 scuff marks. And in Spider-Man 3, Sam Raimi directed it. And then Sam Raimi also directed Doctor Strange 2, which had Bruce Campbell. And Bruce Campbell then was the butler of Doctor Doom and Doomsday. I feel like that's the shit they do. Anyway, It feels like it's not like fun to figure it out. It's always some bullshit. But how do you feel about that with this whole, like, here are these breadcrumbs? Because I'm honestly, I'm over it. Give me the trailer. Let me be excited. Let me go see the movie. I am not going to buy 12 versions of your album, Taylor.
They don't want to get canceled by the Swifties. But no, I agree what Ghost Shield says here. It says... it's the Duffer Brothers all over again. I don't know if you heard about all the Stranger Things.
Oh, yes.
Things that's happening. Where it is like that. Oh, like, maybe there is some hidden message. Maybe there isn't. Who really knows? I don't care.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Like, after, like, I mean, I agree with what you're saying, where it's just like just tell me. I get, like...
We already don't know if we're excited about this movie. And you want me to do extra legwork?
Yeah.
You know, I did see one girl on TikTok break down that they're like, oh, well, the numbers at the end of all the trailers, if you subtract this and this and that, it equals this date and it's tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So she's like, maybe we're getting another trailer tomorrow. And I'm like, that's it. Cool. But also, thank you for figuring it out and telling me. Yes. I don't, I'm not...
It's for the smarter people of the world, to go out there and pick it apart, and I'll be like, oh, that's really cool. And then, like, when I get to the movie theater, I still... enjoy the same movie that they're enjoying.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, I think overall with the Avengers stuff, I've decided I've turned the corner. I'm hype about the movie. Mm-hmm. I'm super excited, but I'm also just kind of like, give me trailers. Just let me see it. Let me get excited about it. Don't piecemeal them out. Don't attach them to the third Avatar movie, or to the second Avatar movie. But that's just me. That's just me.
I still can't believe that they did that and then continue to release the trailers online.
I think when it didn't work the first time, they should have... Because I want to know the numbers. Did it help a lot? Did you get people back in theaters? I don't think so. Because I love the Avengers. I wasn't going to go back to see any of those trailers. I have a child. I have bills to pay. So anyway, but yeah.
Alex.
Robert.
It's been fun.
I don't know about that. Okay. Yeah, no, it has been. It has been.
We should continue to do this.
Every week?
Every week, every Thursday for the rest of our lives, or until Alex finally lets me out of this room. Please, I miss my wife. I want to go home.
You're not supposed to say anything about the room.
We'll see
only 2 meals tomorrow.
We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.